Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you how to make two types of mug cakes. Now the first mug cake is going to be a vanilla mug cake. For this recipe you will need flour, sugar, you will need vanilla, baking powder, salt, sprinkles, you will need 2 tablespoons of melted butter, you will need 3 tablespoons of milk, and then you'll need a 1/4 cup, a tablespoon, and a 1/2 teaspoon, and then a large spoon, a smaller spoon, and a knife. The first thing we're going to do, we're going to add a 1/4 cup and then 1½ teaspoons of flour to our mug. So I'm going to use my larger spoon to scoop my flour into my 1/4 cup. And then I'm going to use my knife to level it off. And then this just goes right into your mug. And then I'm going to add another 1½ teaspoon. So since I'm using a 1/2 teaspoon, I will need 3 of these. Next I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of sugar to my mug. And then I'm going to add a 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder. And then finally I'm going to add just a dash of salt to my mug. So to add a dash, I just put a little bit in my hand and it's kind of just a little pinch, not too much. And then I'm going to mix all of those ingredients together using my smaller spoon. Next I'm going to add in my 3 tablespoons of milk. So I already have mine measured out, so I'm just going to gently pour that into the mug. And then I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of melted butter. So I already have my butter melted in the microwave. And then I'm going to add a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract. And mix all that together. And then you're going to know it's all ready to go when the batter is nice and smooth. And then the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add a tablespoon of sprinkles. And I mix all those sprinkles in. And then I'm going to pop this into the microwave for about 70 to 90 seconds. Now depending on your microwave, it may take less or it may take more. So I'm going to start with 70 seconds and then I'm going to check it, and you'll know your cake will be all ready to go when it's nice and smooth on top and you don't see any more of the liquid batter. And then once you hear the timer beep, you're going to want to go ahead and check it and see if it's all done. I recommend having an adult help you as the mug may be hot, so you also might need to get an oven mitt. So I'm checking mine and I can see there's still some liquid batter left, so I'm going to put mine in for another 20 seconds. So now I'm going to check my cake again to see if it's all done. And so now my cake looks ready to go, so now I'm going to let it sit for a minute so that I can let it completely cool, and then you can go ahead and enjoy your vanilla mug cake. The next mug cake that we're going to be making is for any chocolate lovers. I am so excited to try this one. For this recipe, you're going to need chocolate chips, sugar, flour, vegetable oil, salt, baking powder, vanilla extract, cocoa powder, a 1/4 cup of milk, and then you're going to need a small spoon, a large spoon, a knife, a 1/2 teaspoon, a tablespoon, and a 1/4 cup, and of course you're going to need your mug to make your cake. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to add a 1/4 cup of flour to our mug. I'm going to use my large spoon to spoon the flour into my 1/4 cup, and then I'm going to use the knife to level it off. And then I just add that to my mug. Next I'm going to add a 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. Now I need 2 tablespoons of unsweetened cocoa powder. I'm going to use my knife to level this off as well. And then I'm going to go ahead and rinse off my tablespoon. So now I have my tablespoon rinsed off, and I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of sugar to my mug. And then I'm going to add a pinch of salt. So I just put a little bit in my hand, and I just pinch some between my 2 fingers, and I sprinkle it in. And then I'm going to mix all those ingredients together using my smaller spoon. And then for this next part, you can either grab a whisk or a fork because we're going to be whisking in the next ingredients. I'm just going to be using a fork. So you're going to add in a 1/4 cup of milk, and then 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil, and then a teaspoon of vanilla. Since I'm using a 1/2 teaspoon, I'm going to add 2 of those. Now you're going to use your fork or your whisk, and you're going to whisk it all together. To whisk, you're going to move your fork back and forth quickly to mix it all together. You're going to want to make sure you're scraping the sides and getting all of the dry ingredients from the bottom so it all mixes together nicely. Now we're going to stick this in the microwave for about 30 seconds. So now you're going to carefully take your mug out of the microwave. You're going to want to ask an adult to help you as it's going to be hot, or you're going to want to use an oven mitt. Now we're going to be adding the chocolate chips right to the center of the batter. So you're going to add 1 to 2 tablespoons of chocolate chips. I like lots of chocolate, so I'm going to be adding 2 tablespoons. So you're going to add your chocolate chips right to the middle of the batter. You're not going to mix them in or anything. They're going to sink into the batter, and then you're going to pop this back in the microwave for another 30 to 60 seconds. So depending on your microwave, it may take less and it may take longer. So just check on your cake, and you know it'll be all done when there's no more liquidy batter and it's turned into a delicious looking cake. So I started by adding adding another 30 seconds to my cake, and then I checked it and I could see that it was still a liquidy batter, so I decided to put it back in the microwave for another 30 seconds. So let us know if you tried the vanilla cake or the chocolate cake, and if you tried both, let us know which one you liked more. I can't wait to find out. I hope you guys enjoyed the mug cake recipes today, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye!